Hey, what's up, everybody? Just waiting on the coffee. Imagine if I would do such nonsense as pledging to losses, I'd be broke. Acerbate. Welcome, everybody. We'll be starting in 10 minutes. Pawnda Fast Rapid Arena. Fast Pawnda Arena. Sparkle Horse, Sack Draw. Book Koala, I Am Pandaro, Vina India, Breton, aka Richard IV. And Acerbate, Nedong is in the chat. What's up, man? How are things? How are things in Alston? Sunny Alston. Things are always sunny in Alston. Alright. Sack Draw. Gifting a tier 1 sub to HGGGGGGGGG. Our old fellow Hungarian. What's up, Sack Draw? Wow, bounties. What idiot said that? Alright, Discombobulator is offering to donate $2 to Mission Krakow every time someone berserks against him and wins in today's arena. So if you do happen to play Mr. Discotheque, you can help my fundraiser here for World Teams Krakow. Currently locked at 11:34.56. Alright, folks. We're starting in just 10 minutes. I got 7 players. Welcome, everybody. This is better than that other stupid tournament they have on Tuesdays. That's for sure. Alright, I'm going to get my coffee. We're going to get started. Alright, folks, we got the coffee ready to go. Pawnda Fast Wrapped Arena. Starting in 5 minutes. What's up? Hello. Hey, everybody. Hey, Astrobate, thanks for gifting a tier 1 sub to the community. To CHR fan 1333. My love for you is like a truck. Berserker. Alright. Somebody rein that mod in. Rein the mod in. Hey, rein that mod in. Hey, everybody. Alright, here we go. You like my new apartment? Like my ladder? Looks good. It looks good, doesn't it? You like the style? My ladders? Okay, guys. How are you allowed to type it in? Dude, is Mubot not working again? Hello, Mubot. Sexectraw started a donation sub. Say what happened now? Sexectraw gifted. Yeah, we said that. He gifted a sub. Clerks. I never watched Clerks, sadly. Alright, I know that's... Alright. Getting fat all the time. Getting fat. Alright, we only got 7 players. Seriously. Seriously, 8 players. Discombobulator. Spreading the bounty. Bounty. Mutiny on the bounty. Will donate $2 to Mission Krakow every time someone berserks against Discombobulator and wins. You not only have to berserk, but you have to win. Mr. Coffee beat you to it. Ah. He beat you to it? Mr. Coffee subscribed. Mr. Coffee subscribed. But that was like 6 minutes ago. It's not going to count toward like a hype train. No, he did subscribe. Astrobate. Oh, that was a day ago. Oh, that's weird. Oh, he's not here yet. That was weird. I had the message. I thought I had the message too. Maybe the message was like a delayed message or something. All right, we got Sparkle Horse, Sexectraw, Bookwalla, I Am Pandoro, Sun Prism, Vina India, Richard IV, Disco, and Astrobate 9 players, 2 minutes to go. Sexectraw, submitting this for Thursday. Alright, I got a request to join the team. Fortune favors the brave, 2289. I can't accept that. Not enough games. Come back after 100 games and we'll talk. Submitting a game. Alright, copy. Hello? Open study. No, I don't want to open study. I want to copy it. Oh no. No, this doesn't help me. Copy PGM. And then learn, study. It's the other guy. You keep playing this other guy. You play the other guy all the time, man. Add a new chapter. Alright, we got it. Guys, Thursday night. Yeah, he's not even here yet. So I can't accept you with 21. Thou with 21 games. Thou art have 21 games. We've got 11 players now. Pawnda Arena. You don't know, it's cool. We got it. He plays the other guy every week. I don't know. What's up? 2 minutes. 23 seconds to go. It's 10-0. Casual arena. Rapid. If you berserk, you get 5 minutes. There's no increments. Nedog666 is back. He loves this. Guys, again, if you do play Discombobulator and you berserk against him and beat him, he will donate $2 to me, to my. I got my flight ticket today. Always berserk. Berserker. Permissions. Do you have a permission slip? Oh no. I don't know what I'm doing in this line, but it's pretty strategic, really. Oops. That's a new idea. Bishop e6. Wow. Hey. Hey, Nedog. That's pretty cool. Does that really work? Extreme chess ideas. What time is it there? It's from the Ken Smith movie. Gambits. Jesus, man. This is pretty crazy. Did I do this the right way? I've never seen anyone do this before. Nedog has invented a really crazy thing here. The greatest things in the world were they were invented accidentally. Many great things were invented accidentally. Oh, he resigned. All right, it's still early there. Get it over with quickly, like King Crusher. It doesn't matter how many games you lose. Guys, lose to me, beat Discombobulator. Silent but deadly. Moobot is functioning, but it doesn't seem to filter out the F word. You'd think like that would be standard. Was that underscore F word? Alright. Guys, thanks for spending your Tuesday night with us here. Or morning. Nedog. Masturbate. It's a little more conducive to the Europeans' time than Americans. Man, Nedog really fell for a deep trick there. Hagigi in Hungarian. I've been playing 3+2. A lot. You played Bishop e6. You played it too fast. You played it. It's more like it, Nedog. It's not the problem how fast you played. You really know how to get to the heart of things. The essence of Nedog. Whatever happened to JCS? In relation to JFC. JFC for president. It's definitely your first blunder of the day. Someone should make a competitor like Jesus freaking chicken to compete with Kentucky Fried. That'd be funny. The religious zealots would be up in arms. KFC would be filing like a suit, I guess. I've never really had a good record with Night Song before. Now you're getting a little bit out of line there. Out of line. Maybe I'm going to get attacked here. True. He's getting a little out of line. Is 97 really the right thing to do here? He's not berserking and he's playing pretty fast. I don't know, man. 97. I didn't know what else to do. I was just kidding about that 97 thing. It was all a very, very deep trick. I want to suck your bishop. No, we gotta get his dark square bishop. We gotta get it. Gotta get it. Gotta get it. Alright, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it? I don't know. My knight on g4. Oh no, he's gonna give me the dark square bishop. Deal. Deal with it. Deal with this. e5 or c5. e5 has its advantages and disadvantages. Probably a bad move. That's the number one reason why it's probably a bad move. How bad is it? Well, let's just say, wow. Let's just say White's king isn't all that safe here. I learned this from Acerbate. Maybe this is another bad move. Why do I keep making bad moves, Acerbate? I learned all my bad moves from Acerbate. Yeah, I figured you'd see it your way. Get me the hell out of here. Despite my moronic play, my position might still be okay. Because his own play is so dangerous. Which is worse, his crazy risky play or my bad calculation? He's trying hard but thinks too long. I don't believe that. That sounds like a conspiracy theory. Wow. The hell am I gonna do? I have literally no choice. Wow, that's quite a move. He shut almost everything down. Jesus, dude. I can play Queen B6. I have to do this. The last of the Mohicans. I don't know if Velimirovich would feel about this game. This is scary Najdorf, man. Castle queenside. I have h5. Not a good idea. Maybe bishop g7. I think that black has reasonable defensive resources. GG Acer. Guys, Discombobulator will award $2 donations for everyone that beats him while berserking. Okay. Which way are we going to go? I don't like this a lot. I probably took the wrong way there. Gonna need some help here. Repositioning of the knight, perhaps. Counterplay. Yes. HGGGG. I get confused with goo. I wonder if there's any relation between them. One is GUUUU. The other one is HGGGG. Coincidence? So I have a fork here. Chester Forkington. My last cheapo. I was really hoping this would work. But it actually... Oh. He was hanging his e4 pawn there. Wow. So he's actually banking on this fork himself. Oh. Knight. Huh. What the hell? Yeah, another accurate move. Wait. A whole rook and nothing but the rook. Are you freaking kidding me? No way. You calculated this? Oh my god. Wow. That's insane. That's pretty fast calculation you got there. He's got some seriously fast calculation skills. Or not. Wow. My rook was trapped. I thought my rook was trapped, but it wasn't. I had hallucination. But I'm not sure. He has rook g2 there. Okay, this is still a mess, anyway, but I was still miscalculating, even my own demise. Demonic demise. I surmise that I have good chances to win this ending. Man, I really... No, Nenagir, what are you doing? Oh man, another trap. Wow. Nasty. That is a nasty trap you got there. Wow. Does anybody know what's going on here? This guy just keeps coming at me. Holy shit. He's like the goddamn Energizer Bunny, but with more time. Jesus. Jesus Louises. What about my A-pawn? Resigned. Only got 7 seconds left. That wasn't good. That was not good. You played a really interesting game. HGGGG has skills. I don't know. I'm gonna win that. I'm just not that fast. I would probably end up like flagging and just drawing with like not enough material left or something. It's 7.8 seconds. A really skilled bullet player could win it, but I'm probably gonna like just get to a draw in position and flag there. Yeah, I'm not gonna fall for that. I'm just gonna try to like queen my pawn and get the rook, and then it's a draw. All right. Yeah, that was an interesting game. I mean, you played like really risky style, and then I made a lot of mistakes. Miscalculations all over the place by me. But it was still a fun game. Not a good win. Not a game I'd be proud of. Looks like somebody's playing the Kraken there. Guys, if you we haven't seen the Sigurosmi for a while. If you do play Discombobulator and you beat him, he's donating $2. Nedog is not berserking. Nedog, you're such a loser for not berserking. Alright. Nosa. Hikaru. No, in HGG that was really messed up. I wasn't lost. I was never lost? Wow. I thought I might even be lost somewhere. You were draws. You were never winning. Okay. It was a lot of mistakes in that game. 19 seconds left. I kept messing up my position. I thought I might even be in trouble. It's difficult. The endgame is really complicated. And I thought my knight was getting trapped on h1. Do we already play this? Günzburg variation. Günzburg. But nice to see some people who have been here for a while. Sigourney Weaver, HGG. It takes e4. It's a new name. Oh man, I had this position against someone else. Oh no. Was it you? Not that move. Is that right? Really have to look this up. This doesn't look right for black. You can't win my knight right away, but I think it might be trapped. Anyways, as they say. Anyways. But I had a hallucination for the longest time that the knight was directly trapped. This is what happens if I haven't played much in one day. My calculations are really, really bad. It can improve quickly over a couple of games, but I'm just not warmed up. And I was playing a lot of 3+2. My speed should be okay, but my calculation needs to improve here. Nice, solid. I'm not thrilled about this position. This is not real exciting. Although that move leaves something to be desired. Rook c8 doesn't look right. Maybe queen h5 is better. If I had played queen h5, it would be threatening mate now. That knight endgame, I mean, the endgame with your king active there, I mean, I don't know, dude. I thought I might even be worse. But I would definitely think it's a draw. I would believe you if you told me it's a draw. Alright. Sack your queen. d4. Heroku's playing, like, I think way too fast. I fell for this? Wow. That was dumb. I did that? Man, that was super dumb. Fast and super dumb. White's still better. Maybe I shouldn't berserk every game. Oh my god. Nana, you're such a boomer. We're gonna need someone to help Nedog program his VCR. Any volunteers? He's a pacifist. You were talking about berserking earlier. I think also if you berserk, it has a psychological effect. It was like the time that Seba came late to our rapid game, and he beat me like with 10 minutes against 2, with 2 minutes against 10. There's this feeling like you, I don't know, the other guy who's berserking you is like disrespecting you, almost. And there's like more, I feel like just more pressure on you if someone berserks against you. Now that's not the way you should feel about it, but I'm just saying like it's natural for that to happen, that you feel that way, I think. And the question is how to deal with it, like, psychologically, so it doesn't bother you. My point is, like, don't play extra fast because you're trying to keep up with the guy who's berserking you. Unless you're berserking. If you're not berserking and he's berserking, then you should actually do the opposite. And I think use as much time as you can. I think you should use all your time because you have a huge advantage on the clock. You don't have an advantage if you're berserking the guy who's berserking. I mean, if you're playing fast against the berserker, you're kind of like not taking advantage of your whole advantage. If that makes sense. You're not taking advantage of your advantage. You should do the opposite. Be very measured and careful and take your time and frustrate the berserker. I relish the challenge and I've flagged many high-rated players. Okay, flagging them, but not really flagging them by playing for flag. You're flagging them because, yeah, you're bad. You're a bad example. You get what I'm saying. They should melt down because you have a good position, and it starts to get hard for them to find good moves. Not because you're playing faster than them. They simply don't have a great position. It gets more and more difficult as their clock gets slower, and they eventually start making mistakes and crack. That's what should happen. I just realized I had Queen A8 here. So Knight E6 doesn't really work. In my mind, like, he still has a B pawn or something. Like, it's still there. It really looks hard for black to not lose this position. I relish the challenge. Challenge the relish. Nathan's hot dog. Nathan's hot dog challenge. Oh, that's a free piece. Delicious. Okay. Yeah. Alright, back to tournament. We got a sizable lead. 11-5. Sack draw. Discombobulator lost against Nedog. Guys, Discombobulator is offering $2 donations for everyone who beats him berserking. Sun Prism can certainly accept the challenge. Who will accept the challenge? Discombobulator, Sun Prism. I feel it now. I feel it coming on. Sun Prism berserk against Discombobulator. Richard's openings. The Latvian strikes again. Sack draw playing HG, G, GG. HGGGG. Poker. Fellow poker player. And Feller. Sebastian Feller. No. Alright, Acerbate. What's up, man? Don't berserk or anything. I'm gonna berserk against Acerbate. How's my board? I think I had resized it. It looks a little off, doesn't it? Actually. Whoa, I don't want to pick up my rook. Okay. Alright, Acerbate, you're playing the B3. Here we go. He likes his b3 thing. I'm trying to play the King's Indian. You know, I was looking at a King's Indian game yesterday, King's Indian attack, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? The King's Indian, I was thinking about your Reptor there, Sun Prism. King's Indian attack is a really, really lazy way to play chess, you know what I mean, in the opening. I checked it with the engine, and it was like a typical, if I played the typical King's Indian attack move order in a Sicilian, for example. The example I was using was a Sicilian. The computer was like, if you play a standard King's Indian attack, wow, Asterbate with a subtle positional move. Nice. Bishop a3. Maybe he's going to be playing the French defense next. Sun Prism also plays the French defense. Wow. That's a cool idea. Damn, dude. Next thing you know, French defense. His knights are undefended. You're looking for like a Larry Christensen Karpov game. Or Karpov lost a knight because both his knights were like attacked simultaneously. I guess he was black and a Queen's Indian. I'm still not sure how that happened. What was I talking about anyway? King's Indian attack is lazy, but okay, so the engine evaluation is like, wow, b4. Do you have dementia? It's a wing gambit. That's a weird-ass wing gambit you're playing there, man. I gotta say. That's one of the weirdest wing gambits I ever saw. Now he loses a piece. You're just making this up, aren't you? Asterbate? You're making this up. You're just making this up. Oh my god. I thought this was theory. I'm proud of you for playing Bishop a3 though. That's a strategic plan I've never seen him use before. I was just going over a winnower. Well, actually, we had a winnower that was provided to us by Mr. Slow in an earlier stream. Black plays b6 in the French. Oh, by the way, Sun Prism, that was a nice Nimzo you played against me the other day. And I confess I looked at some of Sun Prism's history of games to see if he had other Nimzos, and I think I found one like millions of games ago. If you look at Sun Prism's games, you get this: French defense, 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 French defense. Does anyone ever play d4 against you? It's unbelievable. Like it's insane. Every game he's black, it's a French defense. That means like none of your opponents ever play d4. It's crazy, right? I thought like that. Okay, that happens when your rating is like 1400. But normally when you get to 1900, 2000, in his case 2100 on online, like hopefully we'll start getting some opponents who play moves other than e4, and it's like there's such a disconnect between over-the-board chess and online chess. If you don't believe me, like, check out the statistics. Check out the statistics of the lichess opening book, Opening Explorer, master database versus the lichess online games, and it's just it's eye-opening, you know. It's sick. It's almost like online chess players don't know that d4 exists, basically. Someone has to. I mean, and if you do get d4, they're rebels. Basically, it's the London system players. They're like rebels. They're playing the London system. It's sick, man. And that's the only game you get. Like, occasionally someone will play the London with white. Now, I saw you had maybe one other game. Just out of curiosity, I wanted to see how the heck does he play the Nimzo so well? And I was like, maybe he's been playing it a lot. And I look at the database, there's like no games. You can't play the Nimzo a lot if no one plays d4 against you. So that was impressive. When was that? That was Monday. Monday was yesterday. Correct me if I'm wrong. You got a course on Nimzo. Let me guess. Well, don't say the author's name if I don't like them. Last stream it was Christoph Silecki or whatever. Well, we just won't talk about it. But I was surprised because Astrid, how are you going to mate me here? I was surprised because you played the Grunfeld before. But it's good to have more than one opening. Obviously. For those of you that don't know better. Astrid is not resigning. Oof. Oof. Take that. Astrid is trying to stall. If you berserk against Asterbane and win, Discombobulator will donate $10. Ante77K, welcome. HGG. Here in Hungary, they just had 2 tournaments. There was the Budapest Spring Festival in Budapest, obviously, and which was a big open, and then another tournament in Zalakáros, and they were held at the same time. Smart. There was a big scandal about it. You got to get like a clearinghouse to make sure that kind of stuff doesn't happen. You know, that's the Zalakáros tournament was really weak. Grandmaster Axel Gergo won the tournament with 9 out of 9, dude. 9 out of 9. You know, how many like strong opens have you heard of anybody winning with 9 out of 9? Unless they're like freaking Bobby Fischer. I think he was the only GM in the tournament. Because all the strong players were playing in the Spring Open. It's Selecki. I wish you hadn't said that. I think that guy just like poops out chessable courses or something, you know? Will I watch the Olympiad live? It's a good question because when I heard that the Chess Olympics was here in Budapest, I assumed it was in the summer, but isn't it in September? You have to pay the first 2. $2 for the cause? Some Prism, you did it? Knight G8, that's an unusual move here. I forgot to berserk. So the Olympiad is in Budapest, but I think it's September. So I don't know if I'll be here or not. I'm hoping I won't be here because I have some business to take care of back in the States. September would be a good time for me to do that. If I am here, I'll go, you know, to check it out. But I've been like waiting for like 5 years. It's insane. Like since I've been waiting for 5 years since the pandemic to like go back to the United States. It's crazy. And either I couldn't go, or because of COVID, and then like I didn't have the money. I was busy with other stuff. So I wanna try to go back for the first time to the US to take care of some stuff. Um, September would be a really good time for me to do it. The other possibility is also a conflict with the World Senior, which I'm not going to play, I think. Though I still haven't ruled it out completely. The World Senior is in Constanta on the Black Sea in Romania, and I played the last 2 years, and my plan was to play every year. Originally, my plan was to play every year because it's a chance for a one tournament GM title, and you're not going to get that anywhere else. But it depends on my schedule. I don't know. But to answer HGG question, if I'm here, I'll go to the Olympics in Budapest. But I don't know, the whole thing with FIDE and tournaments, I'm not sure if it makes sense to have the Olympiad at the exact same time as the World Senior, but okay, those two events necessarily don't overlap. They don't really overlap. The World Senior isn't such a major event like the Olympiad, but I do think the Olympiad was usually in the summer. All right, A6, but I guess not always necessarily. What am I doing? This is an interesting position. This is a weird French. Queen E1. Knight on F5 is pissing me off. I think like I put the pieces on the wrong squares here. So we got a $2 donation on behalf of Hung Prism. I saw HGG and Sun Prism, and I thought Hung Prism. You hung your prism. Yeah, I don't want to miss the World Senior, and I just have to take care of the stuff in the States. And I really shouldn't let it go. I let it go too long already. G6, interesting move. This is risky for me. You guys have something you have to take care of, don't let it go. Take care of it while you can take care of it. Don't procrastinate. Like me. Because you never know. Like, next thing you know, there'll be like a 2-year pandemic and you can't do it, How could I not see that 2-year pandemic coming along? How did I miss that? Jesus Christ. The pandemic messed everything up. Right in the heart of my middle life crisis. They fucked up my whole midlife crisis. It's unbelievable. Serious miscalculation. Life miscalculation. I wouldn't also guess that global pandemics will raise housing prices, but it did. I wouldn't have predicted that. Okay, well, this guy seems pretty damn good. Knight g7. Unique style. Kind of defensive, but solid, but ultra solid. It's like he's trying to play h5. I misplaced my pieces, and I've overextended my king side, so now there's this huge vacuum in front of my king of like, air. If anything gets in there, I'm going to be in trouble. Or if this diagonal opens up, I'm going to be in trouble. So the first thing we're going to do... Wow. So I've got to consider closing it up with g5. There's like take. Man, I don't want to do that. Okay, this is very, very sharp now. Take. I'm gonna put my knight on d4. We haven't played this guy. 1600 bullet, 1800 blitz, 2000, so that's solid. Believable ratings. Guys, I was looking at the crappy Norway tournament, which I like hate because of the time control. You guys know what the time control was for the Norway thing? 2 hours with no increment for 40 moves, followed by 10 seconds per move thereafter. Is it just me, or is that like a really dumb time control? Okay? Just seriously. That's like playing a tournament that has 2 completely separate time controls. Essentially. Alright, I've seen enough of this. Dude, you just... Wow. He seriously just played bishop c5. Takes, queen h4. That's not very friendly. Takes queen h4 and I'm getting mated? Jesus. Magnus likes faster time controls. Well, I'm just saying, like, it's one tournament where the same game has, like, 2 different time controls. I get it, but that's weird, you know? We want to have a rapid tournament, have a rapid tournament. Rapid tournament. But there's something weird about, really don't want to do this. There's something really strange about that time control. I can't believe I can't take his bishop. Bishop takes queen h4. There's no way to stop the mate. Threatening queen h2 and queen h1, but queen h1 is not really mate. I have rook f3. Hold on a second. Rook f3. Rook f3, queen h2 check, king f1. I'm not seeing it. So, I'm just saying, like, okay, 2 hours for the game, and there's no increments in that period, and then suddenly it's just like 10 seconds per move for the rest of the game. It's too, like, polarized, you know, sudden drop-off. Like, you're walking out on the beach, and 3 feet down in the water suddenly drops down to, like, 20 feet deep, you know? You're like, oh, hell. Caruana just repeatedly lost drawn positions. I mean, it's, like, ridiculous, you know? He lost a totally drawn position against Pragnanadha. He lost a totally drawn position against Magnus. It's, like, embarrassing. Magnus wins a totally drawn queen ending with 3 pawns against 2 against Caruana. That's like, it's just dumb, you know? I mean, it's like embarrassing for a 2700 player to like lose that position at all. But Caruana is just like basically getting flagged in a drawn position. I don't know what that serves, you know, like okay, it makes it's exciting to watch people blunder and lose with stupid moves. Okay. Then the other thing I hate about it is the dumb, you know, wins are 3 points, draws are 1, and then they have the Armageddon. So you sit there, you play a 4-hour game, and if it's a draw, now the match is decided by an Armageddon game that's like 10 minutes or something. It's like it's too extreme, like the difference, maybe half an hour or something, but like, how do you go from like a 4-hour game to a 10-20 minute game? It seems kind of insane. So basically, ultimately, the faster game carries more weight, which is sort of counterintuitive. It doesn't seem like, if you really care about chess, the faster games should carry more weight. They should carry less. But whatever. Okay. So his bluff didn't work. Yeah. We're winning here. Yeah, that was like, wow. Bishop c5 is psycho. Well played, Brenton. Do I hear the cash register? Ching! Ching! Can we get ching, please? Anyway, okay. That's my opinion, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But what I was going to say was, what does matter is, like, someone said to me, oh man, you should check out the games from Norway, whatever. Well, guess what? Shockingly, most of them suck. This is the takeaway, okay? So what did they produce? You know what I mean? Basically, it's like the cryptocurrency of chess tournaments. What is the net product of a Norway chess tournament? Are those games going to be like recorded in the annals of chess? No, they're like worthless. There are a few games that are good, and I think that Prague's win against Magnus, some people raving about, and I think that Prague played great. It was a very instructive game. But Magnus, I get the feeling again that he always underestimates the young rivals at first. He's done this repeatedly. If you analyze this game, I think the most interesting game I've seen from the Norway tournament, it just feels like Magnus seriously underestimated him, played too loosely, clearly, was reckless and violated fundamental principles. Basically, Magnus played a little bit like Acerbate. Yeah. He refused to castle and like moved his knight. He's been hanging out, like training with Acerbate. He refused to castle and like moved his knight twice in the opening to e5. He played Acerbate's favorite move, by the way, knight e5. One of Acerbate's favorite maneuvers. But it turned out that it had been played already in a game from 2020 between Robson and Hikaru. Hikaru had played it with black. But I think the game is a great example of how not to play the Sicilian, against a really strong player. Yeah, there were examples where black castles kingside sensibly, and he gets a decent game, but Magnus refused to do that. Maybe, interesting thing about the game as well, I did notice, another factoid. The Prague used his time, especially in the opening. For you, Sung Prism, check out the time use in that game, in like the first half of the game. Prague used a lot of time in the opening, and Magnus did not. Sleazy Magnus played like a sleazy rapid player. No. He forgot about en passant. Sometimes I forget about en passant too. This happens to everybody. I make illegal moves in over the board games. Think about who your opponent is. The Prague lad is good. Yeah, he played here like 6 years ago in Zalakarush, and he had this funny incident. The first time I saw him, he was just newly hatched. And Prague had this incident against this Chinese player, Li Bo, where Li Bo like had moved his king or something and then like replaced it back to its original square and later castled. And I think he went on to win the game or something. I don't remember the result. But the bottom line is like Prague didn't call him for making an illegal move and let him castle, and the game continued. And all the Indian players were like, there was a whole entourage, and they were all like up in arms about it, you know. But I don't understand, you know. I mean, like if you allow the opponent to make an illegal move, it stands. I mean, this is a well-known like rule. So I don't know what the Indian players were upset about, honestly. My question is simply like, Pragnananda was just like a 12-year-old. Is there any chance he like was just too like embarrassed to like claim it or something, you know? It's really weird. I don't know the story, like what exactly was going on there. When you make an illegal move, the DGT board like freaks out or something, you know. Obviously, actually, I don't think it does. But anyway, the operators knew there was something going on. But you can't interfere with the game. I just thought it was a funny incident. Prananita was already like 2400 at the time, so a little bit I find it hard to believe like he let his opponent get away with moving his king and then castling. Although I've done some pretty crazy shit as a 2400 player. I am Pandaro. How's our fundraiser going with Discombobulator? Has anyone else berserked and successfully defeated Discombobulator yet? Sun Prism? No! Kill him! Take him down! Just Sun Prism! Acerbate. You gotta berserk against Discombobulator and take him down. For the team. A5. I can't remember if that's I mean, I've seen similar ideas. I just don't know. This is right here. We have another request to join the team. CO Slow Turtle. Something like Slow Turtle. Fast turtle. Alright. So now, yeah, I don't like them hacking my knight off. So usually what I'll do is plug it in with knight a3, plug in the b5 square. Can I plug that b5 hole with a knight or the bishop or something? And I trade bishop for bishop rather than trading knight for bishop. I don't know. But on the other hand, he has trade, maybe e6. I don't think his queen's on the right square. I don't know where the right square is. There is a right square. I wouldn't play a5, and it's not really the most common plan. Not a common plan. The best line for black after 10 knight d2 is, well, actually, I'm not sure about queen b6, but it's one of many moves. You don't have to take the pawn right away either, but okay. Knight d2, you're supposed to play knight d7, and then when I play knight c4, you play queen c7, and then I play bishop f4, and then you play knight b6, and then I play knight e3, and then you play bishop d7, and then I castle and you play, no, then I play a4, and you play bishop d7. I had this game with Wojciech, and I lost. Where Alec taught me something interesting there. Now I could play knight a3, actually. Should I exchange bishops or not? Alright, I had a weird feeling. I'm not going to give you my... I'm deciding not to give you my bishop now. I changed my mind. The bishop is a pretty strong piece. If you're not going to trade it, I'm going to stick my knight on b5. And you won't take. You won't take? You can't just sit there all day. Because we're going to get out our blasting caps and take you down the middle with the Benoni style pawn advance here. If black does nothing, he's going to get slaughtered. So yes, he does have something though, I think. I don't know if it's enough. That's not it. Acerbate approved. Okay, it's a gambling move, this c4. But I think the proper thing to do is probably knight e8. You have to try to unplug the knight on b5. c4 is risky. I didn't berserk again. God damn it. I better not forget to berserk against... Man, I better not forget to berserk against Discombobulator. Your bishop c5 was not good. No, but it almost works. It was too fancy. Ante. You know, I almost just let it go, you know, and said, okay, I accept that that's a move, but bishop takes c4, knight takes e4. How does this work? Yeah, I can do this. Yeah, because your knight is pinned. I could have taken it last move. Picked Benko up a week ago. Yeah, the Benko... I try to think... I don't think I've ever actually played the Benko OTB. Sometimes I can't remember the difference between fantasy and reality. When you get as old as me, really, sometimes I start believing stuff that didn't happen. Because I'm just literally, so old that I forgot. But, I don't think I ever actually played the Benko. I have played it in Blitz quite a bit. I guess that there's the main line is the problem momentarily. Theoretically. The cognoscenti But the other interesting thing is that like the Benko's never really been a discombobulator. The Benko's never really been that popular with top players. I mean, it seems like a cool opening. It's strategically based, but it doesn't involve sacrificing a pawn. If you look, like, okay, what world champions have played the Benko? You like, okay, what top players have played the Benko? Topalov. Actually, no. What world champions have played the Benko? Okay, I think Kasparov played it, right? I guess Kasparov has played it. Against Topalov, actually. But not commonly played by top players. Why? And then like as to why, well, I think the reasons for why have changed over the years. Like in the 90s, people didn't avoid the Benko with black because of the main line. In the 90s, people avoided it because of various like sidelines. Maybe they didn't like. It seems like now, most of the sidelines aren't scary, but people are looking with the engine and they're seeing big numbers. Like white gets a +1 advantage in the main line, like gambit accepted. I never liked the gambit accepted because it forces you to play a type of position where you're basically on the defensive. You're on the defensive and you're like playing in a sort of materialistic way, which never appealed to me stylistically. Here, maybe I should play b3. Is that a pawn or a bishop? Well, I don't know. Alright. Man or mouse? I never wanted to play openings where I'm like grabbing material, and the one time I played the Benko accepted, I got slaughtered. Well, maybe not slaughtered, but I lost pretty decisively against this like Grandmaster Vladimir Lazarev. But I mean, to be fair, like I don't know what business I had playing the white side of the Benko against the GM because, okay, it was a long time ago. But even at the time, I had no experience playing. I had no experience playing the. Okay, another thing about the Benko, theory has changed on it. There's not that many experts on. Adams played it a lot, actually. So that's pretty much, if you ask me, I know the Fed, who's a friend of mine, John Fedorovich, used to play it religiously at one point, although he also played the King's Indian. But Adams is the one top player who did play the Benko quite a bit for a time. And Mickey is really, really amazing chess player. And I would like to say also that he's extremely principled. A really just unbelievable player. He played in the World Senior last year. He's just a class act. I've got nothing but respect for Michael Adams. Just in every respect. As a player, as a competitor, as a sportsman, he's never ever heard a bad word about him from anybody. Just really a class act. Not too many of those around. Alright. Seems like all like top players have some controversy, here and there. Obviously, Kasparov's somewhat controversial. Karpov is a crustacean. Most top players, you can identify something creepy about them. They're arrogant. It seems like Adams is just a class act. But who else can you name that plays the Benko among top players? That's it. Adams. Maybe a game or two by Kasparov. And a handful of others who maybe aren't household names. I'm trying to think who else. But it seems like also, like, the Benko hasn't been popular for a very long time. It was kind of popular at the club level. Again, going back to my heyday, like in the late 90s, let's say. Why is the Benko gone quiet? It's a fun opening. You're sacking a pawn for the initiative. I think it's a great opening. Below, like, especially below super GM level, or at least below GM level. I don't know why I decided never to play. It was a lot to learn, and honestly, I think one of the problems with the Benko is that it does give white a wide variety of choices. White has a lot of these, secondary lines to choose from. So if you play the Benko, you have to learn like 10 different variations that white can play. That is a bit of an issue. Rook takes, check. I didn't even notice your queen was attacking my rook. Did you notice that? Take out discombobulator. Where's Mr. Slow today? He's not here. Is he here? Is anybody arriving late? Do we have any late arrivals? I should sit out for a minute and give you guys a chance to catch up. Late arrivals. You're threatening mate in one, but I've got it first. No join request. Okay. Yeah. So is A5 a move? It is a move. So here you go. Fedorovich. Kirill Gergiev. Okay. So there's a relative top player who I, omitted. But again, not a lot of household names. Kirill Gergiev, obviously a very strong player. I don't know how much he played the Benko. All right. He was top 10. Many times Bulgarian champion. Okay, guys, I'm going to pause for a minute for station identification. Give you guys a chance to catch up. I'll be right back in a few minutes. And Discombobulator just tipped $10. Discombobulator tipped $10. That's five wins worth of donations. So we're up to 1144.56. 1144.56, I should say. 57.23% of the way there to Krakow. I bought my flight today. We're flying to Warsaw. Krakow by way of Warsaw. Alright guys, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Go sack draw, take him out. Hello. Hello. Hello, you're back. You're back, discombobulator. Alright, am I allowed to rejoin? Join! Where's Mr. Coffee here? Working? Already? Wow, WJ Loop subscribed to Tier 1. Only 59 months. WJ, welcome back. I'm back. You're back. I took a little break. Give everybody a chance to catch up. Okay, not a lot of high-rated players this week. We've got NO 1900 Nedog, Roku, and Sun Prism. Sun Prism lost a couple of games today. May not be in form. Alright, this pairing. I'll take a break. I'm not going to berserk this game. He might not be here. Reisenberger. I'll have a Reisenberger, please. Uh-oh, he did make it. Alright, our opponent made it. I'm tired of berserk. I'm going to take a little berserk break. Unless I'm playing Discombobulator. Bitterly. Ooh, I better move fast. Alright, the Sicilian. We'll use our full 10 minutes. Oh, God, no. No, I wouldn't have played the Sicilian. Don't play the closed Sicilian against me. Oh, this is the worst variation. Don't do this to me, please. I hate this line. I seriously hate this variation. Then I can't remember the difference between, like, knight e2 and knight f3. Because both those moves are possible. I have a million games with knight takes b5. And it's not that great. Now, this is interesting. I feel like I faced this before. You can waste time, I can waste time. But I hate when, like, they play knight takes d4 and my pawn structure gets, like, stretched out of shape. Okay, this definitely not something I remember seeing before. But it seems like a reasonable move. So g6, bishop b2, bishop g7. There's a case to be made here for other means of development. e6. Of course, white can always play knight a4 and attempt to trade the dark square bishops. But I don't know. I don't think that's good here. Masturbate? Any good queen takes g5s lately? So this move is odd. What's the plan on h6 now for white? That seems like kind of a cheapo. He's going to sack a knight. Like a Cochrane Gambit. Knight takes f7. Nice to see WJ Luth. How's it going? How's it going there? Mr. Coffee's not here. Pennsylvania represented. I wish you a happy summer. There's Mr. Coffee. He is here. When did you arrive? Coffee man? Bishop g4, anyone? It's an interesting idea. Chop, chop. Chop, chop. we'll play the debatable e6 now. Mr. Coffee, what's up? I hope all was good there for you. A while ago. Alright. Well, maybe you came in while I was having my beauty break. Doing hair and makeup. Beauty bar. What about GG? That doesn't sound good. I could play G5. I can do a lot of things. Yesterday I was playing a little wildly in some games. But I mean, G5 is not exactly the safest tool in the shed. I know you're going to play F4. I know that you know that I know that you know that I'm going to play G5. But not yet. So, what did we learn from Magnus, anyway? Is not castling good? Alright. Well, I'm just thinking too much. I'm overthinking now. You know, just go with the flow, Mr. Coffee. I kind of regret not playing G5, honestly. That was a cool idea. Cool. Cool. What do we got here? A choo-choo train? Thanks! In the office without any adult supervision. Uh-oh. There's no whiskey bottles nearby. We have like a border fence. I've got nothing to drink. I'm getting old. If I have like 3 beers, I have a hangover the next day. That's not right. Interesting. So C4. What does C4 do? Nothing. The problem with C4 is that it just gets ignored. I really should castle. So what's up, guys? Mr. Coffee, thanks for joining us. I wanted to say, like, who else is here? So let's see. Schumacher arrived. Drown the Clown arrived. The book Koala never made it, it looks like. These players... Richard never made it? No, he's here. Shigeromi maybe didn't make it. Pirate. Perhaps some of these players didn't make it. I don't know. Last week we had, like, 18 players. The weeks before that we had 33. Twice. Uh-oh. Now the question is, can I win a piece? C4 takes, bishop takes C4, queen B6 check, king H1, queen takes B2, beseech you, queen A3. Alright, I'm gonna go for it. This is somewhat dangerous. That was a mouse slip. That was a mouse slip. He meant to take and played, yeah. Well, if there was mouse take backs allowed, I would have to give you one, but obviously that was a mouse slip. I'm winning a piece with C4, but I don't know if my queen gets in any trouble. If my queen might get in trouble on B2, it should be good for black. I mean, I think your last move was bad. Queen E2 was bad. I think until that, your position is, okay, I guess you should play... See, the problem is if you go to E1, I have knight B4. I had knight B4 anyway. So maybe white needs to play, like, the prophylactic move here. either king h1 or a3. I don't think white position is that bad. Chip. Hmm. But now it's really tragic. White lost a whole piece, and it's bad. Do we have another request to join the team? No. Alright, I'm in first place, but Sack Draw is closing in, so I think we have to start berserking again after this game. Nedog, keep your distance. Guys, if you beat Discombobulator while berserking, he donates $2 to the trip. I'm going to Krakow, the 1st of July for the World Senior Team Championship. Team USA B Team, Team 2. Not a member of the A team. But it should be fun. I love playing like not little kids. So sign me up for like the seniors tournaments. Even normal tournaments are bad because you only play little kids anyway. So I have this theory that nowadays, especially, like basically no one plays in tournaments except for professionals, little kids, and pensioners, and a handful of like losers who like don't have a job and live in their mom's basement. But they're like really, really rare. You know, like the mom's basement dwellers, they comprise like 1% of tournament players. You basically got 5% grandmasters, 10% pensioners, 80% little kids, and like this doesn't add up to 100, but it should. 2% people who live in their mom's basement and don't have a job. Nothing wrong with that, though. I always wanted to live in my mom's basement, but it was too damp down there. So the guys that fit that category, people that fit that category, reminds me of like Psycho. Mom's in the attic. But in the old days, like regular working people used to play in chess tournaments. And it just doesn't seem to happen anymore. Working peoples. How nice is the basement, right? I always wanted to get the basement furnished. They probably furnished the basement after we sold the house. It's expensive to get your basement furnished. But the important takeaway again is that it's not a shame to live in your mom's basement. Or your dad's basement for that matter. No disrespect intended. This doesn't look good. No, I mean my point is like tournaments just aren't like they used to be. There was always like a mix of players, and it feels like now it's like you just play little kids. Like every tournament you go to is basically just a scholastic tournament. And you're like, what am I doing here? Why am I like a 50-year-old man playing in a scholastic chess tournament? I didn't even play in scholastic chess tournaments when I was in school. So like, why am I starting to play in scholastic tournaments when I'm like 50? I don't understand. I miss the old days when I was like, as a 13-year-old, I was like the youngest player at the chess club or something like that. Alright. Yep. He's out to get me. Check, 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 check. You've had 3 lesson games in a row? Ask me, what does that mean? Every one of Astrobait's opponents is cheating. No, that's why we have these tournaments, Astrobait. As I was talking to Discombobulator about it, the good thing about the team is like we can be more confident here. I've kicked out the cheaters. For the most part. Like once in a while one of them like slips through the cracks. Right? Fork. I'm an actual international master. Alright. Supposedly. Though they should take the title away. At this point, my rating is getting too low. I'm down on my, like, 2300. I quit chess if I go under 2300. That's just too embarrassing. For me. Too far. Too far, too fast. If I fall too far, too fast. Yeah, it's time for White to give this up. And he's too good to not resign here. You're over 2000. I'm not a little kid. Plus, it's an arena. You shouldn't drag it out in arenas. Move 11. Where in the world is Move 11? Are you in, like, Dusseldorf or something? Move 11 is rumored to be somewhere in my time zone. He's in the same time zone. He's in our time zone. Right? I don't know. Warning. It's a discombobulator. Be careful, Move 11's. Move 11's in your country. He's on tour. The Founders. Founders. Okay, now this is a beautiful move. Now that is a good move. Damn, that's really like that's really trying. Now we're really trying. Oh man, come on. Never give up. When you can drag out the game and torture an international master. Funny if I played like Rook H8 here. There's no stalemate. And I'm threatening D1 check. Hello there, Move 11, where are you? He's on some classical music tour or something. Alright, where art thou? Move 11. Side draw closing in. We have an hour and 20 minutes left. See? Bachfest starts Friday. Nice. I think there's a chess master named Bach. Next Berserk against me. Alright. The Bach, Master Bach has played, he's played in, I think he's played in Hungary. Well, TR SpaceX, there's a lot of things you can do to improve. I think playing slower games is my sort of primary recommendation. Morales, where art thou, Morales? Is Morales actually here? Playing slower games, analyzing slower games, analyzing real games. But if you haven't improved in 4 years, don't play when you're tired. Well, that improves your rating, but it doesn't necessarily make you a better player. No, not the Sicilian again. I'll give Morales a chance. The Kraken. You're surprised why he berserked. I'm surprised I didn't berserk. I did berserk. He berserked first. Just let it be known that Morales berserked first. Yesterday I had a game in Blitz that was d4, knight f6, e4. My opponent hung his e-pawn. Well, sacrificed it. And he almost had some compensation after a few moves. I was like, that's weird. Alright, so we're playing c6 here in the Aliakin, which is some weird sideline that Bargazoli played. Zoltan, my friend, has played like pretty much every possible like weird line of the Aliakin. I guess to try to stay out of main Aliakin lines is not a bad idea. But what do we do now? What do we do? What did he do? Knight c7? Is the point? Is there a point? If there's a point, what is it? This is it? You know, I could be transposing to something after this. e6? Why do I want to do that again? Bishop takes f3, takes, e6. That seems kind of lame. Oh, I see. Alright. Now let's see what he does. So if c4... Well, c4 is probably good. Then I take... Perhaps then I take... Then I take... I don't know. This doesn't seem right. But TFS, welcome. If you guys want to improve, I think the important thing is to study the game, take the game seriously, learn from your games. Study your games after you play them. Don't just like go on to another game. Take the time to analyze your games, but play tournaments, play slow chess. Read books by reliable people. Yeah, c4 looks good. Now, hold on a second here. If I take on f3, unprovoked, you take. Unprovoked, you say. He unprovoked me. Oh, I'm wasting too much time. This is a blitz game at this point. Okay. Okay. Seems like the right move, c4. Yeah, well, I mean... Your fault was playing bullet. Yeah. I think that's a trap that a lot of people fall into. It's very addictive. Like, like a drug, but I think if you replace it with like longer blitz games, you can get the same kind of enjoyment out of it. Just focusing more on trying to play good moves rather than just play fast. My position is dubious. It's a good thing I saw that move. The elf on a shelf, Mr. Coffee. Yeah, I don't think elf on a shelf helps me too much here. Wow, I totally blanked on bishop a3. Well, it's a good thing that doesn't, like, win a piece or something. Morales. I'm gonna have to flag him now. No, but he's a good player, and he takes his time. Heroku, many title streamers say, play slow games. Yeah. Well, I didn't become a good player by playing bullet chess. I'm not even a good player, but I mean, relatively speaking. And secondly, I do think that blitz can be helpful, you know, so I'm not going to be like extreme. Don't play blitz, just play tournaments. It's just that I don't think you can become a strong player without at least playing longer games, like serious time controls. The point is you have to really think, you know, and you have to really think critically about the game. And you're not going to be able to do that in really fast time controls. I mean, Magnus Carlsen didn't become a great player by playing bullet, and most people don't. These guys are just as addicted to it like it's a drug as anybody else. It's just a rush. But I think it's a huge trap. And for every person that got better playing bullet chess, there's a lot of like people who waste a lot of time. I mean, I feel like even blitz is a relative waste of time. But chess is a waste of time. You can make that argument. I get that argument too. All right. Everything's a waste of time. So the question was, how do I get better at chess? You know, and studying the game seriously. I spent hours, like hours. I spent hundreds of hours, like sitting at a table with books and a physical chessboard. What do they say? To become a master, you have to do something for like 10,000 hours. Okay, I don't know if I spent 10,000 hours, but I probably spent 10,000 hours over the chessboard in one way or another. So what are we doing? Is my king safe yet? Are we there yet? Donkey. I love the g6 position for my king. That's really ideal. Look at that. What are you doing over there? What are you doing over there, Morales? I think I sidestepped his devious plans here. Oh no, it's a check. Got me. Got me. Practical. You are practical. The practical. Practically Morales. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You see, this is where Magnus Carlsen, really dominates. Winning totally drawn positions on time. Alright. I was very, very tempted to offer a draw, because I don't like winning because of the clock. Which effectively is what happened there. I mean, that game was like slightly better for white, clearly better for white, slightly better for white, draw, and then black is slightly better. I was never more than slightly better, and I was worse most of the game, and I win because of time. This is the way that Magnus wins his games in the Norway tournament. I mean, it's like stupid. Okay, he berserked. Well, he expected me to berserk, so he was like a defensive berserk. He was being a passive-aggressive berserker. Morales thought I was going to berserk, so he decided to beat me to it. He's passive-aggressive. But I mean, not an impressive game. The opening was a disaster. White has a almost winning position after that opening. Alright, I gotta keep a distance with Saka draw. Oh! Sack draw? What? Sack draw has to win for the $2. Oh, he's losing. Wait, you're up a rook. You're not losing. Sack draw, if you win, we get a $2 donation on behalf of Discombobulator. You gotta do it, man. Discombobulator is doing like the Morales nightmare. Berserk against me and beat me, and I'll donate $2. You're gonna cause Morales to have nightmares. So who has Bright Eyes? Again, fast player. Then we won't berserk. Bright Eyes always reminded me of a friend of mine in high school. Oh, Aliakim. I played an engine in the Simul on Sunday when I played the different line here. No, that was a different position. I played a... How are the puppies, asked me. What am I doing here? Anyway, I had a weird idea. Played this the other day. Nothing critical, obviously, with this line. Just something different. I played Aliakin a lot with black. I mean, I would play this often. It's equal chances. What was I saying? Lost my focus. What does this remind me of? Oh, the other day I played the white side of Milner Barry. A Black Redeemer. Why are all gambits like Milner Barry, Smith, Mora, Black Redeemer? Why do they have to be like hyphenated? Why do all the major gambits have hyphenated names? That makes them more like woke or something? Their parents were divorced. And now they're changing their names. Mora's like changing her name from Smith Mora to just Smith. Little Johnny Depp joke. No, that's Brad Pitt, sorry. Brad Pitt joke. Alright. I decided to play bishop b3 for some random reason. I know what I did now. I remember. Now it comes to me. You know what I played? I did like an unusual move here. I played knight e4 against the guy. Now I can't remember though. I can't remember if my research has found any examples of that actually being played. I remember also the similarity with the Grunfeld. I remember also looking at whether or not someone has ever played knight a4, which is like a Nadanian Scandinavian. Nadanian has this idea in the Grunfeld. But I don't know about here. Does FIDE give names to openings? Yeah, for a $50 donation, you can name your own openings. The sink field defense. That's crazy. Why would you do that? Bishop e6, knight g5. Why not? Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to correct our earlier mistake. I wanted to play knight e4 earlier, so we're going to do it now. He should probably like try to equalize there. Bishop f3, bishop takes d7. I mean d4. Bishop f3, queen f3. Bishop takes d4. Knight takes d5, pawn takes d5, bishop takes d5. Knight c6. Bishop c6, pawn c6. Queen c6, I don't know. I mean, he might lose a pawn. I was thinking he would get some kind of compensation. You've won compensation! Have you been wronged? You deserve compensation. Yeah, FIDE. No, we made this joke. Like, we were joking about this last week. Are you sure you didn't watch the stream? FIDE names the openings. No, like random Redditors name the openings on Wikipedia. It's a good scam for FIDE to try to get like another income stream. Naming openings. Official FIDE openings. I guess at some point somebody must have tried to like copyright chess games, because there was a legal battle over that at some point. It's like established law that like chess games can't be copyrighted. If they could, I'm sure they could be like, FIDE would try to make money from it. Yeah, I like my position here. Strategically, the bishop's moved a lot of times. Bishop g4. Has it been on every square on that diagonal so far? No d7. e6, g4, f5, c8. It just hasn't been on d7 or h3 yet. Maybe you move it back to d7 and sacrifice it on h3. You'll have covered the whole diagonal. But seriously. Your internet gigabytes are limited? Oh. Reminds me of my phone. That's like listening to music on my phone. Yeah, that sucks. Unlimited plan. We need an unlimited plan. It depends on your location, obviously. Yeah, but we had talked about, we had actually joked about that exact thing. But opening names are just based on historical precedents. And in some cases, some openings have multiple names, like the Benko Gambit. Depends on like which side of the Berlin Wall you are, I guess. Or what was the Berlin Wall, because that seemed like an East versus West thing. Russians, and even probably East German books would refer to it as the Volga. 3 wins of Berserkers. You donated $10 already. Do we get a bonus? Or is that included in the $10 donation? Berserkers, go. Team Berserkers. You took. This is solid now. This is getting serious. Serious, solid. What am I going to do? Morales, would you play? By the way, Morales didn't say anything. He must be pissed. He's angry at me for playing the Zoltan Varga crap variation. What did I call it? The Kraken. No, the Kraken. This is a good waste of time. Queen e4. I love the structure for white. But it's still only a slight advantage. Ultimately, black has chances. It's difficult for black to fully equalize. What am I doing? Has he fully equalized? Sack draw. Uh-oh. He's getting really close now. Sack draw. You guys gotta stop him. Nedog, what are you doing? Nedog, are you all there, man? Nedog made him. He played 97. Dude, you're trying to trap my queen? Sleazy 97. That's a bad move. I thought he should have played c5. We sell openings corporations. Yeah, should we get sponsorship? Opening sponsorship. I think if you're not a chess player, you don't appreciate like how fun chess openings and chess opening names are. What is it about chess openings and their names that is so fun? When I was a little kid, I always found that to be one of the more like kind of cool and unique things about chess. You had these like different openings that had names, and it gave it a sort of flavor. Jen Shoddy said the reason she wanted to play chess was the opening names. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. She probably had higher scores on her verbal than her math SAT. I'm just kidding. Yeah, me too. I think artistic people like that. Jen's obviously pretty artistic. Not everyone is artistic. I mean, she's artistically, but don't really know her chess game that well. But she should get on like I was thinking of Jen actually when there's this scandal about the ESPN like commentator calling Caitlin Clark a white beep, and it made me think of Jen Shahade and her book Just Beep, which like it's kind of like okay, so it's okay to say beep if you're a woman, but it's like being a black person. It's okay to say the N word. I mean, how does that work exactly? A lot of people were probably offended by Jen's book, but a lot of people thought it was cool. We're all on the spectrum. We're on the artistic spectrum. Um, Bling. But I mean, the problem is that the ESPN guy. What's his problem, right? Dude, what's with the NFL kickers? He was a punter. Why are NFL kickers suddenly all like? They're all like radical right wing pundits and stuff. What is it with? Oh, first of all, like kickers are usually white, so you got that. But he managed to insult. He managed to be racially insulting and sort of sexist at the same time. She's got a new one out. Oh, well, I don't think that's new, is it? I'm new. It's relative. Is it new? I don't know how new that is. I try to really stay up to date on Jen Shahade's, literary career. With 11 gifted tier 1 subs to the community. I mean, I always got along with her fine, but I thought the whole thing with St. Louis was a little bit on the weird side. That whole scandal. The sex scandal, no. The abuse scandal with Alejandro Ramirez. Alright, this guy is just a tough cookie. You're a tough cookie. Stop being a tough cookie. You guys see that there's a Kanye West is being sued now for sexual harassment? That's staggering. I was thinking maybe I should have had an OnlyFans all this time, Mr. Coffee. What do you think? Have I been missing out? I always look for my potential like corporate vice president on OnlyFans. Seems like something like only Kanye West would do. If we can't joke about Kanye West, I mean, what can we joke about? Elon Musk? That's going to be like major fodder for the network like talk shows this week. Bright Eyes is pretty good. You can see this player is definitely decent and a regular talentum. What about me? Creeping forward? We love Kanye West here. Elon West. Kanye Musk. What if you reverse their names? They'll both have a direct line to the Trump presidency. I don't know, man. I don't want to think about what's coming up. We're just going to hide our head in the sand around here. I beat this player. Wow. We played one game. I can't remember. I've run out. I mean, I've run out of... He's too solid. I've run out of things to do. Too solid. Too good, too solid. I give up. You got me. You got me. He's outplaying me now. Weird. Weird, how could that be? That's not allowed. But I mean, you know, is it realistic? Like... That's not a problem. Pawn on h6, right? It's totally not an issue whatsoever. It's a non-issue. The back rank is a non-issue. That's completely okay. Nothing bad can ever happen to black there. Am I going to like drop a piece here? Well, that's pretty intelligent. Why don't I go here? Go here. Cometh. Awakeneth from your slumber. Yeah. Well, alright. Where are you going? Where are you going, man? Aha. You can move real fast. Bishop d6? What's happening here? You have that. Wow. I forgot it was increment. So who is this? It's one of those players like with multiple accounts. Who was that again? I forgot it was no increment. It's one of our multiple accounters. Astrobate, thanks for gifting a tier 1 sub to Society's community. Sometimes I get lulled into the sense of thinking that there's an increment because I'm so used to thinking there's an increment, and it happened. I'm like, it's a crutch. I knew that there was no increment for like 95% of the game, and then in the last minute of all times, in the last 45 seconds of the game, I forgot there was no increment. It's a bad time to forget, you know? When you have like 45 seconds left, that's a seriously bad time to forget you don't have an increment. Alright. I'm like, wait, what happened? I needed those points. But Bright Eyes came in the tournament. I think Bright Eyes must be a multiple accounter. Who is that again? Chess Lover or whatever? One of those fast players. But they sort of snuck up on me. That was a good game. I was definitely not losing at the end, but I'm not sure I was winning either. It may have been a draw. But I had too much sense of security. Vine India is first with 4 wins. Oh, and they're blocked. Oof, they're blocked. Why are they blocked? That's not good. Oh, this account is still in here and they're blocked? Are they playing like perfect games? Why is Vina India blocked? I don't remember. It was a long time ago. They better not be like playing like a computer. Yeah, guys, let me know if you want me to ban anyone from the tournament. I'm completely open to it. But it looks like Saxai Draw needs to be stopped. Nedog, can you do the honors? Well, Nedog, that's a nice pawn structure you got there. Can you do us a favor? Can you not trade down into a pawn endgame, Nedog? Nedog is usually fighting for a prize here. I mean, a top 3 place. Drown the Clown. What about our friend Discombobulator? Oh no. Nefedov is berserking. Go, Nefedov. Nefedov up to 2094 now. Have we seen him over 2100? Probably. But Pavel never seemed like the kind of player who cared too much about his rating. He's got a chance for a $2 bounty that will be donated toward our Kraken trip to Krakow. Thanks, guys, for your support. Move 11 with the gift sub. Astrobate with the gift sub. Peace, love worldwide has followed. Man, my perfect score. Oh no, Nefedov, what are you doing? Oh, that's what you're doing. Okay. I was worried there for a second. I was like, wait a minute. Why are you giving up your dark square bishop? Oh, you're winning a rook. Okay. Discombobulator is tilted. Take advantage and crush him. He should be named Drown the Clown. Drown the Clown. What do we get if we beat you? Hey, Nedog, what's up, man? There's another installment of It coming out. What do you guys think about that? Now I can't berserk. Now it's too late. Nedog and I always discuss movies. You know, he likes to do movie reviews. I want to ask what you heard about that. I like horror and sci-fi. I can't bear to watch like romantic comedies or anything like that. Mystery, maybe. Alright, bishop a4. I played b5 the other day. It's pretty risky. I think I'd really like to pause. Literally pause on that. That game I played the other day made me like really ill. Someone played a really safe line. Another one of those Christoph Salicki. Have I watched The Expanse? Oh yeah, of course. The Expanse was great. It's just such a shame that they stopped it, you know. But I never read the book that it's based on. Yeah, I watched The Expanse when it first started, you know, what, 5 years ago, 6 years ago? When was it? Man, it was a long time ago now, actually. The Expanse is what, like 7, 8 years old? I mean, now that I think about it, when did it start? Like 2016? Actually, 2017? I mean, I don't even remember now. Everything got messed up by COVID. There's like pre-COVID and post-COVID. And I lost 2 years of my life. And then, like, The Expanse, watching The Expanse was like around the middle of, well, even before COVID. I remember watching The Expanse in 2018. Here we go with D3 again. Yeah, these lines need to be, like, carefully dealt with. Can I do something crazy here? You're gonna take? Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna need to defend that pawn. I'm gonna need you to come out with your hands up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this anyway. Well, anyway, hopefully I can improve on the last game, because we had the same position against the guy on the stream who played bishop b3. No, you played bishop c2. Okay, this is not as dangerous. This is clearly not as dangerous. You're not focusing on the d5 square. That move is really cautious by white. I would think that's definitely an inaccuracy. You're inviting me to play d5, which I don't really want to do. Please play d5. See, I don't know if I should play a7 or bishop b6. How do you decide, like, which square you should retreat your bishop to? Maybe I shouldn't play either, and I should have played d6. Duh. You know, anyway. Either and either. But yeah, bishop c2 is definitely too passive. You have to play bishop e3 and focus here. Man, I had this horrible game the other day where I should have lost. Ended in a draw. But I played h6, and that was a disaster. Oh, Christoph Selecki pooped out another, like, chessable course. It reminds me of when, like, chickens lay eggs. Alright. I'm not going to pick on him just because I don't like him. That's not fair. He seems somewhat diligent. Though an asshole. A diligent asshole. Nothing like a diligent asshole. Alright. So, queen e2. Yeah, I mean, white is definitely playing, like... What is this? You're doing a... like a Philidor? Type of thing? The best kind of asshole is a diligent asshole. Alright, I'll stop with the profanity. I just use a little. I like to mix in a little bit of profanity. So I'm not too much of a nice guy. Yeah, whatever. I have a couple of minor reasons to dislike him, but that's all it takes with me. You get a feeling one way or the other, you know. Is this a person I'm going to like? If not, let's just hate them now. Carsten Mueller? I don't know, I never listened to Carsten Mueller, but I saw his video somewhere. I saw his picture, like, or saw him talking. There's no sense in me listening to people talking in German, since I can't understand German. So I never watch, like, German videos. Okay, I guess he does them in English too. Obviously, they both do. But I assume Carsten Mueller does them in German as well as English. So does the other guy. Carsten Mueller, I don't know. He's got to be, like, the world's leading expert in, like, boring endgames. That's not easy, man. John Nunn is close. I mean, they're the two world's leading expert in like technical endgames. He seems like a really sort of boring librarian type guy, Carson Mueller. How could you like spend years and years detailing a technical endgame book? That takes a special kind of personality. But none has a lot of personality actually. He did like Secrets of Pawnless Endgames. I was surprised how, because I had never met Nunn until the World Senior, and I was honestly kind of surprised as to how outspoken and how much personality John Nunn has. He's very spicy. Dude, writing a comprehensive endgame book. I can't write a book at all because I just don't have the. Well, I mean, honestly, like I wouldn't want to do it unless it was good, and that means a lot of work. I've thought about it. I think I have some kind of like ADD or something, undiagnosed ADD, or maybe, well, honestly, I never wrote a book before, so the other thing is like people are like, chess books suck because you don't make any money from them. You just constantly hear people who write chess books complaining. But by the way, my friend Charlie Hurtan just came out with the Morphe book. Charlie was hyping it on private, messages. He's not. Morphe book looks great. Well, he's really the kind of person who pays a lot of attention to details. Just don't like go to tournaments with him. All right. You can play d4. What am I supposed to do now? Our opponent has this sludgy square. This is our sludgy square here. It's a little larger. We have 4x6, and you have makes me think of storage units. What happens if you have a storage unit and they're overcharging you? And you like have a friend like call the storage place and be like, "Hi, I'd like to rent a storage unit." And like they rent a storage unit in their name at a more reasonable price, and then you just like take all your shit and like move it into the other storage unit. I don't know, man. I'm just venting about stuff. I'm sure that these storage unit places do that. They like overcharge people because they can. Then they end up like offering like a reasonable price to the new customers. What happens if you outsmart them and you like trick them into offering you an introductory price? Wow. All right. No subs played. Just I tilted. I admit I've just completely tilted. I mean, a lot of times they don't have units available. If they don't, they don't. But I imagine, like, you know, if the turnover is not that infrequent. I just thought, like, maybe I could trick them. But I wouldn't do that. I would just I'm gonna get the hell out of there. Yeah, I've totally tilted my whole position. Black's got nothing now but a bad structure. Musa was very patient and just went into like the solid mode. And this wasn't even berserk. I didn't even berserk. We both had 10 minutes. The takeaway from this is, you know, if you play solid and quick and simple chess, it's pretty effective in faster time controls. You shouldn't do anything too fancy. Kind of Magnus Carlsen London system type of approach. I mean, he started with the whole bishop c2. This is like a signal, like right from the beginning, that white should play bishop e3, but instead he plays bishop c2. So he's just going to hunker down and hunkering. What do I do now? Got a hankering? What was that commercial? You could do that. You pre-ordered the Morphe book. Yeah, there's lots of new games in there. No. Hunkering for a Slim Jim. I got a hankering? What was that commercial? Some kind of hankering. Damn, dude. Yeah, man, he's playing like a monster. Nosferatu. He's a couple wins against me already. Oh, Drown the Clown against Set Draw. Heroku's in third place? How did he do that? Heroku is in third place. He snuck into third place. Got a hankering. Oh, that's the that was the old commercial. Oh my god. What am I thinking of? The Ideal? Did you ever see commercials for Ideal? Are you old enough for that? Like, it's a New Jersey clothing store. They used to run commercials. Like an outlet clothing store. Got a flavor for savings? Or something like that. I can't remember. Oof. You got the hunger. Alright, e5 is possible. Good thing I saw that. But it does lose a pawn. You could do that, Mr. Coffee. I'm still in first place. Nefridov is in fourth place. Fourth place up for grabs. Nefridov, did you collect another one of Discombobulator's scalps? It is time to be careful. Uh-oh. There's a theme here. Dark Vader. How does that work? That works? Oh, man. Oof. Wow, I did a minor miscalculation. That's fine. Looks like I can play rook b4. Everything's great. Nothing can possibly go wrong here. Keeps declining my checkmate gambit. Maybe going easy on me. Would I be stupid to not know what the checkmate gambit is? Am I stupid if I don't know that? I don't watch, like, Anna Kramling or anything. The Botez sisters. Gotham Chess. Are we allowed to say that here? Oh, it's not a real name. Oh, yeah, my friend Pop Geller tried to do that once. Well, he did it in a GM tournament. I guess he doesn't feel that's really sportsmanlike. Zoltan Varga took offense to it as well. When Geller did it because of his mental illness, Vargasoli was very upset, and he like complained to the arbiter and the tournament director. Like, losing games on purpose is not really cool. I don't think too many people want you to like throw the game on purpose, bro. He doesn't want to win like that. That was a good game by Nosferatu. Well, we got 3 players trying to join the team. Stream Sniper Magnus. Obviously, I'm going to accept that one. Blickar looks good. And Iman is fine. Alright. Sorry, Stream Smiker. I just closed this window. That's good. Can we get back? Let's see. Stream Sniper Magnus. Yeah. Whatever, with 15 games. You don't have enough games, Stream Sniper. Alright, resume. Do I still have the window or do I need a new one? We're good. Alright. Don't play e4, e5 for a win. That's... Yeah, don't do that in a tournament game. People don't want to lose because their opponent lost on purpose. I suspect it happened against me a couple times when I was a kid that this guy in our club lost on purpose, but I didn't know. And at the time, I thought he really lost to me, but he never gave me any kind of sense that he was throwing the games. Just later, I had a suspicion. So it's okay, but if you're gonna throw a game, like maybe in a situation where you're helping some young player gain some points or something, I could kind of see it, or encourage someone, but not in general. All right. So I'm playing Nefedov. We're berserking. The deadly Nefedov. Didn't see it. He didn't see it. All right. So what do we do? What does Nefedov do here? Heroku should have gone for berserk. Heroku's in 3rd place. So what do we do against Nefedov? The Glek attack. No brown beer. No drinking brown beer on the stream. Oh, I was at some nonstop. Not nonstop actually. Well, it is a nonstop, but they have to stop selling alcohol at like 11 in my district. I saw some Imperial Stout Nefedov. This is what Nefedov, I think, tried to poison me with, wasn't it? Well, tried successfully. Was it the Imperial Stout that we were drinking? What alcohol percentage does that have again? Anyway, I was at the store and I saw these bottles of Imperial Stout. I thought, oh man. Won't comment on that without my attorney. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump now is like totally raving. He's totally raving that Joe Biden tried to assassinate him. This is the new thing. It's unbelievable, dude. Totally unhinged. You're totally unhinged. Nefedov tried to assassinate me with Brad Beer. I'm gonna send out like mailers, asking people for donations. It's just unbelievable. I used to get Trump solicitations at my mom's address. It was so gross. I mean, all parties asked for like political donations and stuff, but I mean, it's probably gotten a lot worse. But it was like horrifying. Even back then, like 5 years ago, I can't imagine the kind of unhinged things that like the dude is sending out, asking for money. Your mom doesn't know ideal. Oh, she doesn't? Wow, really? That's impossible, bro. It's impossible your mom doesn't know ideal. That's impossible. It was on TV all the time. I've heard of the Al Albert showcase, though. But is that something from like game shows? It sounds like something from game shows. But Ideal was like local. Ideal was local to New Jersey. They had like a physical store. Al Albert Showcase. That sounds very familiar. This is Nefedov and I'm berserking. Oh my god. Stop talking about Al Alberts. Fat Albert. I used to watch the Bill Cosby, Bill Cosby's first TV thing. Fat Albert. Okay. Al Albert Showcase. Yeah, that sounds very familiar. It sounds like a TV talk show or a game show or something. Was it like a clothing sort of like? Was it like a clothing line? Just ask your mom if she's got a passion for fashion. Move 11. Did you take your mom to Germany with you? I took my mom to Hungary. That didn't go well. Alright. Bad joke. King H2. Well, if you can't joke about the bad, Alright, here we go. Queen f3. Now we're really closing in on Nefedov. Holy moly. Nefedov. Unleashing. You're unleashing my bishop. Bishop unleashed. Now with 2 bishops. That's alright. I'm not sure it's that bad for black. I just, you know. Normally it's a capture. I didn't realize that was a local thing. I remember it being on the TV guide. I miss TV guide. My aunt would like subscribe to TV guide. It was like her second Bible. There was the Bible, and then there was like the TV guide, and they were always like next to each other on a side table or something. That's got to be like a classic 80s Republican household. This sounds like a comedy, TV comedy show. You got your TV guide, and then you got your Bible. I love TV guide. There was the official TV guide, and then there was like what you call the TV guide, which like came in the newspaper. But that wasn't like official TV guide. Where else are you going to talk about this stuff? I mean, my stream is awesome. You know, we talk about things here that no one would ever think of. Name a chess streamer who talked about TV guide. No. Nefedov, we got 11 minutes left. Hurry it up here so we can get to the next game. Now, if you're not from the US, you know, or at least Canada, TFS, thank you for donations. 100 bits. If you're not from the US or at least Canada, you don't know what maybe a TV guide is. I guess they had the equivalent. They must have had the equivalent in like in Europe, probably of some sort. Hungary does funny things. Eastern Europeans do funny things. Like in Romania, they would put like really sexy women on everything, like rubbing alcohol. I remember like the rubbing alcohol has like a picture of a sexy nurse on it or something. It's really funny and like very, very cringy, stereotyped products. But all magazines have like a pretty girl on them. Like the crossword magazine that you could buy in the newsstand has like a sexy woman on the cover. Essentially. Like I'm not talking about Playboy. I mean, we're talking about like a crossword puzzle magazine has like a sexy woman on the cover. You know? That's just like it's cringy, it's like kitsch. It's funny. Funny things that you experience like living in other cultures. Anyway, all right. Sexist magazines. Man, Nefedov is just making my life literally a living hell. Here. There goes my bishop pair. I don't believe it. Taking my bishop pair away. And he has more time. This is unfair. He's cheating. He has more time and he's taking my bishop pair away. That's illegal. But on the plus side, he has a really Ooh. Wow. King F8. Wow, that's deep. Queen A3 check. Oh no. He has a really good knight. Now with more knight. Now with more knights. We're gonna have to play fast. I can't believe Heroku is in third place today. It's close. It's getting close. I feel I'm not giving up yet. He has bullet skills going on. Look at that knight. Knight does everything. Wow. The knight is really up close and personal. Still not easy to win. Now it became somewhat easier. Alright, that was a tough one. We've got insurance. Oh, Saxac Draw lost the last two games. What happened? He lost to Drown the Clown. Oh, he got 0 points for a second draw. He didn't lose to. Now he's playing Nedog. I've got 5 minutes left. We should be able to withstand the challenge. I should be able to sit out. Discombobulator. No draws? Discombobulator had no draws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He lost 5 games to Berserkers. Chess Riddler. 5 wins against me from people berserking. Your debts are paid. Which more people berserked? You played crappy openings, with the goal to be immediately worse. That's the best you could do. Alright, let's follow what happens here in the last game. A Sac-Sac draw. Nedog is fighting for third place. Haruku and Nedog are still in the battle for third place. Nedog, my god, dude. Happened to sack draw. This is a sack draw. This isn't sack draw, this is sack mate. Oh my god. What the heck opening was this? You played the Alyakin defense. Wait. Oh wow, Nedog played a bizarre move, f4. What is that? It's like a bad 4 pawns attack. Wow. That's a crazy line. Nedog gets his threats down the f-file. He's got some secret preparation here. Now he has a crushing attack. And then what about Heroku? With the win, he secures... With the win, he would secure third place, but this doesn't look good. Heroku's in trouble. But Nedog has to win to get third. Thanks, Nefedov. No, as usual, you were rock solid. I really needed the clock. I mean, I really needed the clock there to make you make some mistakes. I'm not even sure you're losing after Queen H7. Probably you're still okay. Heroku. Alright, that's that game. And then the other one is this one. Sack draw is close to getting mated. Close doesn't count. Oof. Close doesn't count though. Nedog is down some material. This is not... Oof. Hold on a second here. Man. Sack draw has tricks. Damn. What is going on? What's the material? So black has a rook, a knight, and a bishop for the queen. Rook, knight, and the bishop. Oof. Now Nedog's down 2 pieces. Just like that, and Nedog was down 2 pieces. It's been a long day for Master Nedog. I don't think he's going to make the podium. Looks like Heroku's going to close it out. Third place. I don't think that Heroku has ever made a podium in one of our tournaments. I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times. And correct me if I'm wrong. Heroku did have a pretty good result recently in another one. So he seems to be clearly getting stronger. Objectively, he's losing here. It doesn't matter, though. Nedog had to catch up. This might still be a draw. Sack draw. Sack draw gets the win. And we're done. And Heroku finishes third. Sack draw, well done. Second place. You came close. Heroku, amazing results. So third place for him and over 2,000 performance. I got first. Nedog, close call again. Good job. Nice try. Nefedov, effortlessly. Nefedov coming late and still effortlessly finishing 5th. Our game didn't count toward the score. Nosa, 6th place. Vinay India has left the building. Reitzenberger's new. Sun Prism went a little bit of tilt, and Drown the Clown arrived too late to make a serious, to make his normal serious run. What happened there, Sun Prism? Little tilt. Slightly tilted. Discombobulator has built-in tilt. Thanks, Discombobulator, for donating $10 for those berserking losses. Our Brenton, thanks for playing. Asterbait got himself a couple wins. Asterbait got 2 wins in a row. Okay. Sun Prism throwing games again. Chess Riddler, Bright Eyes, won against me. Blight Car is new. Pandaro, Schumacher, Morales, and Evil William. We had 29 total players. Actually, HGG was here earlier, and 10 from Kenya. So we had a total of 29 players. Thank you guys for playing. A little better turnout tonight. You didn't throw? You were brutally attacked by Asterbait? Alright. I don't want to be the boy who cried wolf. And you don't want to be the boy who cried wolf. So no throwing any games. Tomorrow's off. I mean, the stream is off for tomorrow. So Thursday is our analysis stream. I don't want to see any thrown games. Yeah, Nedog, you're under time pressure. Discombobulator, thank you for your donation. Truly, thank you. Thank you for the brown beer. That's enough for a brown beer, at least. And no, this is going toward Krakow. This is $10. We'll go toward the Krakow fund. We're up to 11:44:56, guys. We've got 25 or 26 days to go. It looks like 25. 25 days to go. I need to raise another $850 or so. So please consider donating, supporting the Krakow fund for the World Senior Team Championship. Thanks for playing. Congratulations. And see you guys Thursday night. Thanks to Nedog for being a regular here and a moderator, and Mr. Coffee. And as always, thanks to everybody. See you Thursday night. Bye-bye. Our Brenton with 5 gift subs. Whoa. There it is. Last minute donation. Just about to shut it down. And Richard IV is donating 5 gift subs to Johnny Elite, War, B of TBD, Paris, Nuryamka, and CEO Bossman74. Whoa, Richard Brenton, thank you. Got a last minute donation of 5 gift subs. Nice job. Nice job from the UK crew. With that, those 5 gift subs, I'm going to close it down. Thank you guys. Very kind. Richard and Disco Matrix, thank you for your support. Thanks, guys. I'm getting out of here. We'll see you Thursday night. Bring the games on. Thanks, Move 11. Enjoy Bachfest. Bachfest 2024. No, thank you. See you guys Thursday night. Bye-bye.